Hello and welcome to the world of Speak Up. In this issue, cinema, René Zellweger.
René Zellweger is the star of the musical Chicago. The film, which includes Catherine Zeta-Jones and Richard Gere in its cast, and which has received no less than 13 Academy Award nominations, also marks the directorial debut of choreographer Rob Marshall. Zellweger explains that it was primarily Marshall's enthusiasm which attracted her to the project.
It was Rob Marshall. It was all about Rob Marshall. I met the guy, and I didn't care. I liked him so much, and it's rare, really rare, that you meet a person who is so inspiring, not just because of his creative brilliance, but because of his purity and spirit and his obvious kindness and generosity, that I wanted to know this person, and I wanted to share with whatever it was that he was going to concoct up there in Toronto. I wanted to be around him, and I wanted to know him, and I thought, you know what, I could spend 6 months of my life with that guy, and it went from there.
And yet, in spite of her obvious admiration, Zellweger admits that Marshall was quite shrewd.
He's very clever, that Rob Marshall. After we met, after the initial meeting and my decision that was in my heart that no one really knew about, I went to New York because he wanted to show me some of the stuff that he had come up with and what it would be like. And so I flew out, and his choreographers were there, his dancers, and he put on his top hat and he had his cane, which was his makeshift machine gun for the day. And they showed us the steps, and then everyone left. And then there was Rob and myself, and it was kind of dark like this outside, and just a little light coming through the skylight on the ceiling, and these great shadows across this mirrored room. And Rob, and I shadowed him. It was so exciting to watch. I wanted to get in there, and like watching the basketball game from the bench, you're ready to go. You know, it's a great game, and you're ready to go. And I wanted to dance, and so we just got up and we played. And I shadowed him, and he's like, "Oh, try this, try this." And it was just a beautiful shared moment between new friends that I'll never forget. And he was auditioning me, and I had no idea. He was making sure that I wasn't going to really, really, really suck. And I didn't know that. And later that night we had dinner, and he did the same thing again, because we started talking about musicals. I don't know any musicals songs. When people get together and they start, "Oh, do the one from Oklahoma. Oh, do the one," I'm very left out because I got no idea. Unless you want to do Singing in the Rain, and I know the chorus. Or unless you want to do How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria, I'm okay there. And then, of course, there's the annual Easter screening on television of The Wizard of Oz. And so I told him, this is my extensive knowledge about, musicals. I know Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So we started to sing it together over the table. And again, auditioning me. And of course, I have no idea. I'm a fool. It was under the guise of being taught because everyone knows all that jazz but me. So he started teaching me all that jazz. And he was listening. He wasn't teaching. He was being very sneaky. And I'm glad it worked out that way. I'm glad that he could feel better and that I had no idea. It's nice.